convince them. Oh, there's another one. Okay, I'll watch this one too. Why not?
I can't speak for Mike Johnson, but I would say we've had 2 terrorist attacks here in the last 10 days.
What does that have to do with Muslims?
And this bitch just said and.
I wonder what would happen if there was a terrorist attack at CNN.
This bitch just said and. Yo, bro. The more and more I hear these people talk, holy shit, bro. I'm gonna check CNN Twitter page. I hope they fucking getting shitted on right now, bro. I hope they're getting shitted on right now, because there's no way you're gonna keep this bitch in. Like, you can't keep this bitch working, bro. There's no way. She said and to terrorist attacks, bro. What kind of sick shit? What? Nah, there's no way this bitch is working there still, bro. She has to get fired after this, right?
And then I bet these people would be talking about how terrible terrorist attacks are for 2 years and how much it's shaking the country to its core and how much it's something that, like, oh.
People like this is why we got Mandami as a fucking mayor. She quite literally just said and to terrorist attacks, bro. People like this is why we got Mandami. New Yorkers forgot about 9/11, bro. I'm not even, like, I'm guessing we have like too many fucking, like, we in a new generation, since it's not millennials no more. People just forgot. They don't care about 9/11 apparently, bro. Because this is proof right here. This bitch she don't care.
Oh, nobody should have this happen. And yeah, listen, this is crazy. She's trying to downplay this, or at her house.
That's
yeah, exactly.
I can't speak for Mike Johnson, but I would say we've had 2 terrorist attacks here in the last 10 days.
What does that have to do with Muslims?
And
can we condemn those? Why are we?
Of course. What does that have to do with Muslims?
What
does that have to do with Muslims?
Because they're the ones doing the terrorist attacks. Duh.
Are you stupid?
Like, this is the type of cognitive dissonance that you're supposed to engage in.
Nah, she definitely got to be
obviously.
fired by now, right? She's fired, right?
There's a radical.
There's no way she still got a job there.
Okay,
That's led to these terrorist attacks.
there are
Obviously, the vast
violent
majority of Muslims are
people
peaceful.
with terroristic ideologies here and all around the world. What does that have to do with whether Muslims belong in American society as a group?
I don't think that's even what's being discussed.
That wasn't being discussed.
To hear the answer.
I'm talking about what Mike Johnson was saying.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what he
But
didn't
you
say.
have to read his full quote. He said,
What I'm talking about is what he
on
didn't
Islamic
say.
extremism without compromising our commitment to religious liberty. He was chiding those 2 members of Congress. And by the way, as a Republican, I believe that the same amendment.
Can he talk?
If this narrative is allowed to continue and people aren't able to criticize the radical terrorist Islam that is once again not allowed inside of Muslim countries like the UAE, they don't even allow this. But in America, for some reason, we're supposed to tolerate it. What it's going to lead to is people that will be openly saying that, like, and I think that remigration is a great example of this. So I think that, like, maybe 10 years ago or 15 years ago, the amount of people that were saying to, you know, turn away the boats or especially sink the boats was extremely minimal. It was a very, very small, like, this is in Europe. And I think Europe is kind of a mining canary for where things are happening, where things are going in America too. So eventually there will be people that will just simply say that, and that will be their position. And I think that Nick Fuentes is a great example of that. Nick basically just says it. Like, a lot of people on CNN still talk around it, and they still try to use the reason why this woman is, like, she doesn't know what to say is actually because that is what she thinks. That is actually what she thinks, but she can't say that. The moment that people do think that they can say that is the moment that I think things change very, very quickly and very, very fast. So that's where I think things are going. And the moment that, like, you don't have it, and again, you're trying to reframe the conversation around all Muslims whenever the problem are 2 terrorists. That's the main issue. Yeah, I have something to say safe. Yes, exactly.
chiding those two members of Congress. And by the way, as a Republican, I believe that the same amendment.
There are strong.
Oh my
God!
Is it strong language or is it bigotry, Joe?
The same amendment.
I think that we are speed running right now. I do. I think we are speed running, and I don't know if people realize it, but I think things are changing extremely fast right now.
We're so fucking back, baby.
And because I'm listening to like the narrative, I'm listening to how people are talking about this. I think that the discourse on this topic is going to be like 180
Mark
degrees
my words, she's gonna be
in
fired.
like 2 years from now, if not less than that.
That gives those two members of Congress the right to say things that are offensive, that I find actually offensive as well, is the same amendment that permits Muslim people to be here proudly and practice their faith.
Nobody said that Mike Johnson should throw.
Yeah, sure. And can you let the gentleman talk? No, they never let these people talk at all.
They're scared of
brother,
knowledge.
about 60 years ahead. And how the fuck is this the main conversation? U.S. Muslims, fuck them all. I mean, I don't think that's really a big thing, right? I mean, I don't think it really has to do with Muslims. It's just more. I think that it's another example of an identity group clearly having a larger propensity to, you know, like let's say terrorism, right? With this case, it's very obvious that the overwhelming majority of these terrorist attacks, at least for religious-based ones, are Islamic, right? This is obvious. Everybody knows
years.
this. But we're not supposed to say that, number one. And then whenever people bring it up, people say, well, what about every other Muslim? Well, obviously not every Muslim does that. I mean, of course not. But there are some that do, and that needs to be discussed in a legitimate way. And when you constantly reframe it into trying to make a blanket statement, I think that it alienates a lot of people. And I think that's what's happened. Same way they mix legal and illegal immigrants. Yeah, I think that's exactly it.
At this point, I don't care, bro. I don't care if we alienate them, bro. It's been 50 fucking years, more than that, since we've been seeing these people acting crazy like this, like doing terroristic acts. What the fuck do we need to see or to know to fucking understand Islam does not fit in America at all? Like, what the fuck else do we need to know or understand? What the fuck? This shit makes no sense.
And that's the same exact thing, is they try to like blend them together, make it like, oh, it's the same thing. I don't think it is at all. They don't speak out against the radicals, though. That's because they protect the radicals. That's the reason why they want the radicals.
That's why we need to cut the whole shit out.
That's the only rational reason that you can come to.
Out.
And